Vitality taking it. I'm going to give a scoreline 2-0.
Vitality's going to win 2-0. I do hope Cloud9 can put up double digits, but I highly doubt it.
Vitality are the favorites of my analyst desk, and this one, everybody is ready to go. Vitality versus Cloud9. The winner will be going to the first ever Counter-Strike 2 Major. Machine and Sponge, over to you.
With the performances I've been putting down right now, it does seem to make sense that they'd get through Vitality with a 3-0 fashion. Cloud9 standing in their way.
Yeah, and thus the predictions of the desk, I do believe. Well, let's see if ZywOo continues to happen. As it looks like 5 members of Cloud9 will be swiftly making their way over towards the B bomb site, congregating through Monster and the Pipe. You two at the ready, and away we go.
Apeks looking away. A lot to do. Mezzy, damn, has his bell rung. Hobbit's in, and down goes Apeks. Flamesy caught on the rotation, but Electronic didn't find the first bullet he needed. Can't deny the plant. Safe one from excl, covered from this forward position of Hobbit, and he's having a great start to this game. Hobbit pulling him in. See if Spinx and ZywOo can pull them out. It's not looking good. 2v4 would need some very clean clicks and some mistakes from C9. Hobbit makes it a quad kill. The ace denied. Perfecto finds it. Just the one casualty. That's a dream for Cloud9 on Overpass.
Yeah, beautiful start on the T side and through Hobbit. As we were covering off the Pera matchup the other day, Hobbit was at the tip of our tongue as well. 20-5 in that one. 109 ADR. He was having a great showing, sure, against a completely different opponent, but good to see Hobbit in some fine form to be needed in this type of a 4-8.
Yeah, I mean, when Hobbit's on, and then all you need is an excl and an electronic, and you've got a very, very scary team.
Will be an eco for Vitality, and they'll be stacking 5 members over towards B within the early stages. It's going to be what looked to start as a 3-1-1. But rerouting swiftly back towards the B bomb site. B Cloud9, you can see the bomb just in the backyard. Electronic to be searching in with this UMP. Farmer Electronic. He wears many hats. Papatronic, Farmatronic. Big Fragatronic as takes down 2. Make it 3, the 25 bullets. Boy, ZywOo will be able to grab one back onto excl from the heavens. More damage done. Perfecto and Electronic low as he just gets more pot shots. Eventually silenced.
Even on an eco, he's a threat.
Yeah, well, this is the biggest, I want to say, amount of pressure. No, it isn't, because it's a 3-0 game. It's a 2-0 game. There is pressure because you qualify.
Yeah, and you'd probably put the additional pressure on yourselves because anything less than a 3-0, considering the best of ones, is...
And who you are.
And who you are.
Reigning major champs, Apeks.
Yeah, you're expecting to get yourself there.
Spinx and ZywOo, of course.
Yeah, I'm on Mezzy watch today.
Mezzy watch, okay.
Yeah, because we saw him getting a bit exploited in
He's had his struggles
in some of the games, and his integration into this roster. It's different roles for him. He's also, you know, leaving the in-game leadership brain behind, and that's not always easy.
No, that is something that I think takes certain points of adjustment for individuals, right? You go from someone who, look, he was always known for his individual ability, but then you take over the mantle of having to be a bit more micromanage heavy. And I know that he was in the team with Dexter, and Dexter was picking up some of those roles, obviously leading, but can still be difficult to switch that off.
Multiple players have talked about it. ECSTATIC, Hampus, they've all kind of talked about how returning to just focusing on your crosshair is not always an easy job. It's something you can't turn off.
Yeah, well, B-side. Again.
This is interesting. Mezzy, what have you got for us? Flamesy's got nothing. Mezzy, just the one. Felt like it had to be 2. Apeks' FAMAS has been spotted out. Now it's Electronic up. But Nova, with excl's help, they're just beating and exploiting this B defense.
Yeah, and it was all the timing. So it was too quiet on the other side of the map. The flash came forward, but they were already past the precipice through that monster. It's Cloud9. This is a great start on their T campaign. The final 2, ZywOo and Spinx, looking for a safe haven to save, as Boomich is already out and about.
A lot of space.
But he's covered off a huge amount of ground. They're boxed in. They have to find their way out if they want to save these rifles.
Nice. Punishes the commitment to the spray. So he takes down Boomich, but he's very low. Spinx down to excl as well, so just leaving ZywOo with very few bullets. He's got 5 in the mag. There's no way he saves this. He's going to get run down here. Sure, you've got one. You need to swap out the weapon. He's in trouble. From behind, Electronic will strike. Oh, that made me feel a bit hyped. Just getting themselves into the focus mode. He knows that they can take down Vitality. It would be a huge feather in their cap and a huge boost to their morale as a squad. Boomich calling a good game. I always have enjoyed watching Boomich teams.
I think it's obviously it was when Electronic spoke about wanting to become a good in-game leader.
Yeah.
It was exciting to see what type of a prospect that could become, but seeing him now unbridled by that responsibility and getting to go back to go in first and frag and do all those Electronic things. He's such a great rifler. You can see it on display right now, as it will be Vitality forced back down to just another lighter investment. This is a flat start, but it is good to see the fire in the belly as Apeks. Oh!
Get trucked.
Damn, Axel.
They're pushing. And perfect covering fire. Maybe Spinx has got one in him, but look at the team play. There's always a second component. There's always a trade potential.
So everyone's been excited about the ZywOo form, huh?
Yeah.
They just beat GamerLegion and Heroic. 13-2 and 13-3 fashion.
So 32 and 13-3. So if Cloud9 find the fourth here, this is the most Vitality have lost
Yes, indeed.
in their trip in the RMR, in the first 4 rounds of play.
Hey,
You take that.
you do. But ZywOo hasn't really had an opportunity to get going so far. A couple of kills on Eco with a USP, trying to save a gun, and well, that's about it. You can get to 5 pretty quickly. He's his teammates as well to get involved. Apeks get to frag, and 1 apiece for the other 3. Mezzy, Spinx, and Flamesy all also kept extremely quiet. 4 rounds T-side, Overpass already. Great start for Cloud9.
ZywOo is heading in the direction of Boomich. This is maybe a small opportunity to find a rifle upgrade here, but Perfecto's going to be joining him, so not going to be ideal.
And abusing the B-bomb site, something you're going to see a lot of, and something that I'd expect.
Does he clear? No, he does not. Boomich.
Dead.
Thank you.
I'll expect to see them go for more of these hits over towards B as well, because if we do see the AWP come out from Cloud9, we've seen it's Perfecto likes to do it on the T side of Overpass. Boomich will be doing the duties on the CT side. And if you can just avoid Spinx, there's that shot from Axel, getting Apeks on the hang time. But if you can avoid ZywOo and Spinx over towards A, why not?
Why wouldn't you?
Why not? It's obviously not that simple, but maybe they can make it look that way. Still no AWP available for ZywOo. They have prioritized utility here and are starting 4 towards B to try and stall out exactly the problems that they've been suffering thus far. But round number 5, only the second gun round. The harassment, and look at the monster. Oof. Okay, I was going to say abuse. Oh, Axel's caught a little bit. Mezzy dealing with him. Opening pick for Vitality on this CT side.
ZywOo, the one-man army. Feels some pressure, starts to throw out his divider smoke. He actually goes forward of this. Now, he's called for some support. There's been a gap on long this whole time, so that's going to be covered by his teammate. Nice defense, that's Spinx. They know that's not ZywOo. Oh my god, Hobbit! He'll be hating that. He's just walked straight past him, delivered the bomb to his front door.
Well, he would have been jump scared for ZywOo there, didn't it? He's not scared. Comes out from under the bed.
He is a monster. And it's only the one more. It's going to be Spinx to finish. Vitality off to the races. They find their first.
Yeah, but this is where the conversation changes, right? It's not just about them grading 1. It's about them now stringing together an awful lot, because this CT side, 8-4, okay, well, yeah, good job.
Anything more?
Right, you're kind of hoping to get 8 on the CT side of Overpass. So they have to recover, and immediately. But this is the first step in that direction. We see Cloud9 return to the B bomb site. They tried to get cheeky with the monster play.
Same call, in the sense that they are just going to test ZywOo this time, but it is just one man, puffing up his chest. Nothing too aggressive. Axel lining up for the long flash. Boomich swings through, calls it clear.
Well, no AWP to worry about, so they can take an awful lot of space. The bomb on the back of Axel, committed towards long for now. 1:20 remaining on the clock as Electronic continue to throw out some utility towards B. That's going to keep 3 feet, well, it'll be 6 feet planted. 3 feet, I think, we'll be talking about Hunter. Spinx on the jump. What has he seen towards long? Enough to cause some concern. On the dip back. Defensive smoke, but the fight on its way.
Apeks will be the third CT to rotate through. High flash for ZywOo just to clear out divider. No one home. Moving forward on that. Hobbit doesn't have any trade potential, but ZywOo was loud on his clear there, and Hobbit covered. Nice work from Spinx. Takes him down.
30 seconds, committed.
Has to be the A finish. You've got to get past Spinx and ZywOo. And they just take the fight to them. Oh! Spinx, a disgusting double combined with ZywOo, and the job is done. Between the two of them, ZywOo a pair, Spinx a triple. And after all of that success at B, you've had 2 rounds where you just end up ramming your heads into these riflers.
Yeah, and without the AWP.
Without the AWP.
They're just really having a tough time getting past the two of them. So that's what I was quizzical about. Would they just continue trying to bully this B bomb site? Well, Vitality have addressed the issue within the early stages by starting 4 towards B. Cloud9 have been able to find room over towards A, but the finish, they just can't get close towards that site, can they? Now, they're the ones who will have to stomach a little bit of an eco. Perfecto with a deagle. P250 for Electronic, and a nade.
Ow.
For good measure. ZywOo, wanting to see how many he can farm. He has the support of Apeks up long, so the two of them getting frisky forward.
Come on.
Oh, Apeks almost got one.
It's finished off Boomich. Spinx is coming over to ensure ZywOo doesn't get run down, and this team play is great from Vitality. You can see they've handled that with poise. Perfecto, same. He's taken down Apeks with a nice deagle headshot, but it's cost him a great deal. Won't be getting much more. ZywOo was susceptible to a single bullet if he was feeling capable for a peek, but no need. Spinx is there. Back-to-back triple kills from Spinx to make it just a 1-round game.
Okay, so now do we again see Cloud9 return to the play over towards B? ZywOo has brought out the T-side AWP now, so that can change the stance of the CT Hob, but they've been playing with him solo over towards that side of the map regardless. What type of a spawn are we looking at for ZywOo?
Is it a conversation as well, just the fact that when you've got such a potent AWPer on one side, that with Cloud9's absence of an AWPer is going to be felt more?
Well, it would mean that they should have a tougher time trying to take that space, but that hasn't been an issue for them so far because the AWP hasn't been out. Now that might change the conversation, but it seems very obvious that they would return towards B. So ZywOo is actually being called across to help bolster the defenses, while Spinx is playing in connector, so nobody is tending with A. This is a great read from Vitality of what would change for Cloud9's assault.
And it's the right call. Can Mezzi do some damage here? He's going to be flashed off. Does manage to control the spray. A double kill from Mezzi. That is a brilliant contribution. The flashes hold back the push of Perfecto. Bomb on the back of Hobbit. Boomich is actually coming behind you. Nice awareness from Spinx. What a perfect setup for this round. It's just worked out beautifully. Color by numbers. At this point, nothing left for Perfecto and Hobbit.
Well, they're essentially all in, weren't they? Right? The fact that they had nobody towards A, Spinx was committed towards connector, they're all over towards the B side, and it's because Cloud9 found their success all through those B plays. So it was the most obvious of the scenarios unfolding, and Apeks has called their bluff. If you want to go back to what was working, we'll be more than ready for you. So Hobbit and Perfecto, dawdling across the map with 45 seconds. Disconnected from each other for now, and maybe, just maybe, they will save because they have a long way to go if they wanted to even have a task in this one. So we can just allow these 35 seconds to tick on over.
What did you make of Inferno being picked as well? Vitality picking Inferno? I guess
Apeks loves it.
He does?
Yeah, it's one of his favorite maps. I think it is his favorite map.
Yeah, okay.
But yeah, again, we don't see an awful lot of it.
I'm sure Cloud9. We remember Boomich's iconic approach to Banana.
Yeah, once upon a time, sitting at sandbags with an MP9.
Yeah, and running and gunning. We know that the boys from Z9, they're no stranger to the flow of that map. It'd be interesting to see that.
I think the thing is, for some teams, they have Inferno as their first ban, but a lot of teams just are avoiding playing it, so it's not coming up in the map pools a lot, but it doesn't mean it's their first ban. So if you can be really strong at it and have it as your map pick, especially a map that a lot of teams aren't getting reps in, then that can really work for you as a positive. But we know if like Vitality lock horns with a G2, for example, they're going to be playing Inferno. So against some of their tougher foes, it's good to get that reps in, as we will see Cloud9 take their first tactical timeout with these 2 saved AK-47s. The finances do not permit a full buy.
So, Chad Birchall, you've suddenly fluent in Russian. You're actually on the mic. And everything you've seen so far as a coach, what's the feedback with the 2 heroes?
I think you still have to keep going B.
Yeah.
But you want to make sure that you're at least getting like the bathroom and divider smoke molly combo in.
So Spinx has got more stress.
And clearing out, just so they're playing more site-centric, right? And at that point, there are other questions. But having these poppier plays, you don't need to all in either. I think you can go in through Monster with like 1 or 2 players on a nice timing or with a nice little pop flash and look for a fight. And then you can back off and try and unravel some of the rotations. It's not saying you can't go A at all. Again, as well, you already have 4. So I would like to see them throw some different looks. Take a couple of risks.
Double con, and there's some risks. Excel's going drive, knife out, straight up long with the bomb. They're going to have such a good timing here. I don't think Spinx or Zywa will attend to it in time. Apeks is still not rotated through.
Yeah, this is great.
This is a good call.
Unless they go bathrooms back, that's where you have some problems.
Which they are, currently. I mean, it's a lot of territory to take early. Now Apeks is starting to rotate for the potential gap, but now they know.
Maybe run in towards the side.
Orp in con. Boomich suspects he can get a wiggle on. There's a lot of pressure on Apeks here. He has to delay them. Throwing out his util to do so. One hell of a HE if he gets it in the right place. Oh, instead he puts his head right in the crosshairs of Perfecto. That's a tough death. Doesn't cost him too much with Flamesy's rotation.
That should be business handled now. The Orb's rotated in, Boomich down, and how late to the party, quite literally, is Hobbit. Coming on over. Through the bathrooms. 40 seconds, and this is one of those 2 saved AK-47s from the previous.
It's a good call.
Well, the thing is as well, if you're Vitality and you do those connector plays, you want to be able to bail out through sewer like they did. So that means that your B defenders will be your closest points of rotation back towards A. It was Apeks the rotator and then Flamesy, the 2 to address the problem first. But they bought more than enough time. Not to find any more damage. Try and whittle down some of this CT side economy that is being built up now. It's even with Apeks overstepping the mark. In-game leader loves to take a swing or 2 as Hobbit goes down at the hands of Flamesy. So a good round for him. It's part of the recovery of that A site. Now, Cloud9, you had a lighter investment on 3 and you had 2 with the save, so the loss bonus didn't come in the last round. It's going to put Hobbit and Perfecto in touch-and-go territory. They can get AKs if they don't want the util, or they can opt for Galil's instead. And Perfecto, well, he's going to do exactly that. They have been able to make this buy work. Again, it's tough for them now, but I need to just keep reminding myself, this is about Vitality recovering. Cloud9 already have 4.
Yeah.
So I'm just making sure we look at what's par for the course. The biggest negative for Cloud9 is you go into the half by losing 8 consecutive rounds and all the momentum feels against you. But as far as the numbers go, if we were all like Tommy Lurpus, right, and we were robots, we go, no, we got 4 rounds. Doesn't matter where we got them, doesn't matter the circumstances that played into us getting them, we have what we need.
Pistol conversions and first gun.
Pretty damn good.
T-side overpass. Very difficult. You'll take what you can get.
They swallowed the frog.
They did.
They did the hard task first thing.
Nicely done. Starts in 4B, and maybe the penny's going to drop soon.
Yeah, and because they haven't been using smokes to block Monster either, right? Because the Orb of Zywa has been posted up quite deep, so they are rotating back. The execute's being set up now. Apeks is asking for some nades. Send them here, boss.
Exec. Apeks flashing. Oh, Mezzy, empty-handed. Needed more there. Nade's good. Apeks will find and convert. Off angle adopted by Spinx. It's a hard clear. Good find onto Electronic, and with Apeks as well. Finding contributions, pushing through the smoke. It's no problem. As Vitality, yep, they'll continue to lock it down. Makes it 6.
It is the least exciting way for this half to kind of unfold, because we're like, well, Vitality should be doing this. And Cloud9 aren't really getting close in winning these rounds. But still, It's going to be a competitive game.
Exactly. Exactly. Yeah, but you'll take it. You'll definitely take it if you're C9. You've still got those rounds to work with, and you'll see that there was...
Oh, wow.
Yeah, the fact he was full flash there. MOUZ probably feels a bit hard done by, but nothing to get stressed about. Round a comfortable conversion.
Oh, getting fired up. Good to see some fire in the belly of ZywOo. Orb shot rings out. Aggressive towards Party as the start. An AK-4 Perfecto. The rest with some lighter upgrades as... And they're looking to wait out the standard protocol utility, Cloud9. Plenty of smokes and mollies to stall out those more potent B pushes early. Another smoke just lobbed out towards that monster tunnel. Searching for a bit of space towards... Oh.
Good damage.
Hobbit.
Spams away at the door.
Nade might do it.
Oh,
That's
beautiful.
2 rounds in a row he's got nade kills. The Grenadier.
Yeah. The Bombardier. Protocols in place.
Yeah, limping through the utility quite nicely, aren't they?
It's kind of really limiting Cloud9's options. They've got, what, one set of util on excl, who's waiting for the fade. You start throwing out some nades now. That's a...
Heaven smoke, barrel molly.
Go. Yep.
Coming in, boys. The water's warm.
Oh, and a second monster smoke. You're gonna be channeled in through either running through a smoke or running up short. They go short. Through the smoke is Boomich. Comfortable collection. It's a lockdown.
Well, the conversation can start pivoting in the direction of how much does this momentum mean for Vitality.
Yeah.
Whereas Cloud9, we know that they're a team susceptible to getting down in the dumps, a bit aggro with each other. And we saw the Hirosh Divide focus from Electronic, what was 7 rounds ago, just before this lost streak of 7 consecutive started to unfold. But if they can eke out one more before halftime, that might turn back on the light in the eyes.
Yeah, it might tip the scales as well. It's been perfect so far. Vitality, 7 consecutive rounds. Can they find the clean 8?
Not leaping into action towards A, noting ZywOo's orb over towards B. Just fired off a pot shot. Oh, Hobbit again just being smashed by Apeks and Spam. Seems unfair at this point, doesn't it?
Spinx is holding for the Boomich crawl. Now, Boomich is on a solo one-man mission. Oh, he's nailed it onto Spinx. That's a big frag from the IGL. Forces a rotate.
Feels like their first opening kill in a while.
ZywOo ready for this. Hard shot to hit. Misses it off. Boomich alive and kicking. An advantage. No bomb, but they are about to start trying to play the fade, and it's only one from MOUZ. Electronic the one to get the double. Flamesy couldn't finish the job. And this last round, it looks like it's going one way. One way only. Apeks caught in transition. ZywOo in a 1 versus 4 to keep the sheet clean. It would have been 8. This last round seems like Cloud9 just have to get past the woo. Deagle out ahead of the play in the sense that he's cleared out graffiti. Perfecto's still worried about Heaven. No sound cues given away. Misses his first shot, jumping up. Nice adjustment into Boomich, but Cloud9 will take it. 5. Little bit of a boost of confidence to end out the half.
Yeah, and I think more than enough for Cloud9 to take this map. That's very, very key. 4 rounds was great. We discussed that within the opening stages. The fact that they get the 5th, and you saw what happened. They get the opening pick, the way the rotations played out. They started pushing for aggressive maneuvers in towards Monte. Electronic gets the double. The defense is having to shift. They didn't just get an easy round where they had everybody alive and got to deliver against the onslaught that Cloud9 could offer with the execute.
Right.
So it's just that opening kill. You have to attribute that round to Boomich. Great job from the in-game leader.
You can see the round recap. Explains it perfectly. Cloud9 on their map pick. Already making it competitive. A whole lot more competitive than
the kill. That's the difference maker.
It was a clean one as well.
That's the difference maker right there. Set all of this into motion.
I do think Flamesy probably could have gotten away with that trade onto Electronic. Electronic just too sharp in that one as well. Perhaps that was a window into making it more competitive, but all the same, damage was done. Boomich, huge find. Here we go. It's the Vitality T pistol. We know, we've seen from Cloud9 just how effective, especially on the T side of Overpass, that winning this pistol is. Can Vitality do the same? It's a long-range duel, and just one shot. One opportunity from Boomich.
Well, with the long space, they could execute through, right? They could definitely smoke off drop down and bank and a molly towards truck, flashes to boot, but there's big rotation now. 3 players don the site for Cloud9. Boomich also has a flash available, but it doesn't look like it'll be used proactively. Here comes that util.
Here comes ZywOo, first man in. Oh, and Boomich is just hitting shots. Back-to-back rounds is the big boom. Hobbit. Oh, and Flamesy actually puts him down. excl. Oh, nails a cracker. Apeks onto Perfecto, now just running away with the bomb on his back. Need a clean one here, excl. Oh, dear. He's made a meal of that. And now an advantage. It emerges. Spinx is trying to take space, a silent descent.
Electronic is ahead of this, isn't he? Aware of the reroute potential. So the fact that he's gone back towards B.
Spinx has faked it out, though. He's actually going back up.
He will be here quickly, and the door is wide open. Electronic may have made the round-winning play. They're going B. He's gonna hear him.
Oh, Electronic, the perfect weapon. They're not going to clear it. It's going to be Shorty too. Electronic secures Cloud9's pistol. That's massive. Both pistols, their pick. He has set them up for success.
Damn, that one is going to sting. Expecting Electronic to be rotating in, maybe bank, maybe truck. Uncertain, and then they just start making a noisy descent down connector. He's licking his chops.
Oh,
what a great rotation from Electronic.
And you've just got the perfect weapon for the job in the dual Berettas. Boomich has nailed that. I mean, that's ZywOo testing you, and you just hit the first bullet out of your USP.
This is wild, though. Look at Apeks down to just 2 bullets as well. They seem desperate, just like this, as no information running into their demise. Both pistols for Cloud9 on Overpass. Putting up a fight here today. They're doing more than that, aren't they?
Yoink. Flames his forward progression towards Con cut short.
Boomich only has 6 kills, but when you think about the opening kill that he had on the final round of the first half, contributed to a round, and then the 2 he was just able to pick up then, impact being found from the in-game leader.
Mezzy getting caught out by good timing. excl's very strong in this position. And he's going to make it very clear that he is going to be starting to contribute. Gets himself a triple. Oh, 1 bullet shy of the quad kill. 7-7. Cloud9 with just the 1 casualty.
Is there an AWP available for Boomich? It doesn't look like it. So I imagine he will just hold on to that FAMAS. So I should be able to buy himself in, and the purchases are now being dotted together on the other side of the server. 5 AKs, 3 Molotovs, a bunch of smokes. Vitality again are going to have to do things the hard way. Oh, looks like a little bit of hesitation there with the throwing of the mollies. First one not in play at all. ZywOo still has to extinguish. excl, this is we call this the planter? The planter box maneuver?
Yeah, it's cost him his life there, and Hobbit's in trouble if he can't get away. Leaping down, Flamesy tracks him just about 1 HP in it. Okay, they have gone. Taken down long.
An aggressive gambit from Cloud9.
On the bonus. Vitality gonna have to do this the hard way now. Gun rounds on T-side Overpass. So far, man advantage.
They're aggressing up the bathroom, so they might be able to find a fight or 2. The bomb on Apeks is back.
Flamesy to be tested here.
The timing.
He's looked away. Oh, he's sticking out like a sore thumb. An easy pickup. Boomich finds and returns us to a 3v3.
They know that's the A rifler. Well, A AWPer.
I think they have a gap, and they're not. They wouldn't be wrong. Perfecto's walking up now.
30 seconds.
Electronic holding this cross. It really comes down to Apeks and how quick he is on the draw. Good headshot. Perfecto spams away, so they know where one is. They know where both of them are. Boomich up and over.
Smooth moves.
Yeah, he's quick about this. Perfecto's already managed to catch ZywOo. It's only Apeks, and he's not ready for this. Boomich is so far forward, so far forward. Look at his crosshair, completely unprepared for that. Again, impact from Boomich, a triple kill to deny Vitality first gun.
Yeah, off screen, Boomich even got another kill as part of that. So handling a lot of the issues there was Boomich, and this is starting to look rough around the edges for Vitality. The bomb will go down. There'll be enough to constitute an all-in purchase if they would like with Galils and AKs, or they could take a half buy if they want to get that ZywOo AWP out and really leverage the advantage that they have within the match. At least as far as the snipers go. But they won out against this aggressive maneuver. excl goes down. There's the all-in from Hobbit in connector. Flamesy feels like he has a lot to worry about there, doesn't he? Con push from either side. And that one is a fortunate one there from Perfecto, so great job. There is a few AKs being invested into here.
Yeah, attack pause makes sense, right?
Yeah, well.
Work out how you're going to make this work.
That's the thing, it's not touch and go if you're happy to operate with a Galil and without ZywOo's AWP.
Opening duels for Boom, look at that. 4 and 0 in opening duels and exchanges. So that is,
I think we've seen
all of them.
Yes.
Yeah.
Most of them have been this half.
But either way, that's an indicative. You're talking about his impact. Well, that's that. Just echoes that sentiment.
Oh, all right. Well, Vitality, they've opted for the purchase. And for Cloud9, this is great. You're getting to operate on Overpass and never really having to worry about an AWP.
True. That should give you some freedoms towards long, in particular, which does seem to be where they're headed. Missed Molly. No problem. Up long.
Zooming too.
Who's going to be responding to this?
Well, it's always on this little timer.
It's Boom, right? Yeah, okay.
So there's a clock. It's like, all right, well, this is always a possibility. We have to address it. And then, oh, it's still hustling.
Well, gets answers.
Wow, dodging in real life
I
too.
can't believe he's alive. excl's actually caught Spinx in mid. Mezzy gonna go down if he's not careful. excl once you're covered by ZywOo.
Where the hell is Apeks going? He just ditched. He's all the way back now in towards Playground. They are rerouting around the world on Overpass after being at the cusp of long. Spotted what? About 20 seconds ago. They're all the way back towards T-spawn right now. They have to be worried about any pushes, any info plays from Cloud9 to try and take back some real estate.
Yeah, and C9 are still 3A. They know ZywOo was toilets. If ZywOo starts showing himself now with a smoke like that, that might keep the boots planted. This is one hell of a call from Apeks.
They need to hustle over towards B,
They need to be quick. They do need to be quick. Even Perfecto's starting to rotate. Like, he's passive now.
Just they saw the bomb. They saw so much with that Boomich glance. They're thinking they've really gone for this play.
Oh.
Apeks legged it immediately. Here they come.
Yeah, Perfecto realizes he's a little bit disconnected from the situation. Still catches flames, but there's the trade. Mezzy confirms the site is clear. This is where it gets interesting. Is there a retake on the cards? Mezzy holding heaven. ZywOo short side. Apeks around the pillar. Mezzy will be that early warning system for the potential for heaven drop. They're going to double swing this. Mezzy can't control the spray. Oh, and Boomich gets him, but ZywOo is still present. High impact round from ZywOo. Going for the defuse. And ZywOo should close it out. 4 kills from him as 8 on the board. ZywOo has pulled Vitality into their first T round.
It has to be the call of Apeks there, the key to even get them back into things, because if they continue to be stubborn over towards A, there was absolutely no way in. It's just that fact that the direct nature to immediately rotate, and he was running away when the float of excl was still alive. Apeks knew exactly what he wanted to do. Mezzy, a bit rough there from him, wasn't it? This should never have come down to a ZywOo one-on-one situation, but regardless, they'll be able to pick up the round, and look what's been donned now by Cloud9. Big Boom with the boom stick.
Okay.
We've covered off some of his Overpass games, Alex, and he's been proficient on the AWP. Let's see if he can make liars out of us here today. Cloud9 going to be out of money.
Oh, that's a nade right onto the AWPer's face. Spinx a strong arm on him. This short setup can activate at any moment. Playing with the door, playing with those cues, still no bait, no action. It's actually excl's off angle that's punished Apeks, so that's a huge find for Cloud9. Mezzy moving forward on it. Forced him back into the side. Spinx, one and done. Boomich trades.
Well, Hobbit's still in the upper bathrooms right now. 45 seconds on the clock, and he's heard a bunch of steps around him. So Hobbit has great information.
Ooh, he could have one hell of a flank here. It's rare to see ZywOo caught off guard, but he's at the tail end of this pack. And Hobbit, he's creeping, he's crawling. This is a perfect setup. Cloud9 should have this one convincingly. Only Mezzy. He is in so much trouble. Hot water indeed, getting pushed out. Smokes them off. They'll have to respect it. But that bomb retrieval just seems like an impossible mission. 17 seconds, 15. Where are you supposed to be planting? 12. Hobbit jiggling out, fakes it out, and pushing the truck. This is just perfectly played by Cloud9 for their 9th.
Beautiful. What a great round from Cloud9. Everything functioning as the, well, money was about to bottom out. A great response to a ZywOo clutch in the previous, and you know what that means. Vitality again are just scrambling. They're unable to get flush for cash themselves. So this war of attrition, Cloud9 seem to be coming out on top. No bomb plant, no injection late. It wouldn't have been enough anyway. And Groove, he thinks, boys, things are going well. Let's take a timeout. Let's have a discussion. Let's understand what we might be going up against. Likely when he hears the team having a conversation, discussing what type of buy they should be expecting, he can help set them in the right direction. All right, let's do an anti-eco setup, or let's be wary of this. They might be able to drop an AK. It's where the coach can keep tabs on how many frags are coming through the door.
Yeah, it doesn't look like they're going to go for that, though.
No, and understandably so. Would not be an advised decision right now because they already are in a hole. ZywOo with 18 kills, 12 for Spinx, 10 for Apeks, 9 apiece for Mezzy and Flamesy. Surprising they don't get more out of the likes of Flamesy. I feel like he's such a great, punchy, aggressive rifler.
He is. Does seem like the...
Oh, they did get the AK?
Oh, it did happen.
Yeah,
Spinx
okay.
has gone in. Okay, interesting. That was a last-minute addition.
I suppose it's just because you don't want this CT economy to start to get out of control, but still, it can go so wrong, can't it?
Yeah. Well, it can also go right, Chad, as Spinx demonstrates.
Yes, indeed.
Hobbit, of all the players to find as well, it's rare to see him caught out like that. That's just Spinx and some individual prowess. Apeks lines up his shorts, flashes. Flames the escort for the rifle. That door blown off does lead to some nasty angles. excl holding it. Pulls away. Mezzy could time him in with a bit of aggression of his own. Electronic looking to answer some questions of short. Backing away, Mezzy confirms Con is theirs.
Everything's a bit of a mystery right now to Cloud9. Redeploy the monster smoke. Well timed. And we're just about to start congregating. Bomb still in the back of Apeks, who's retained one flash for the finish. So I was working on some room over towards Aoni's Lonesome. Feels like it has to be beat. Cloud9 now with 3 individuals ready to defend. That's the flash. That must be the go.
Perfecto. Swings out on the flashbang. Controls only the one. Good shot out of Mezzy's dig. But still the rifles are present and they'll just spray them down. A comfortable round for Cloud9. They handled that loss of Hobbit early well.
Yeah, easy as you like, huh? So, this big smile on Hobbit's face there as well. Happy with how things are unraveling. Image is all the only one in play right now.
Really?
Still not the case for Vitality.
Yeah, the clarity of the comms seems there for Cloud9. They're in full focus mode. They too, just as we highlighted with Vitality, probably have a high expectation of themselves. Your first best of 3 against a world beater like Vitality, and exl's getting a lot of pressure applied. Flamesy down, gets away with it. No trade from ZywOo.
What a great move from excl. He's listening for Connector, but Smoke just puffed back up in time. His heads-up maneuver to find that fight. I love the fact that he's gone for that because Vitality were looking for a knockout blow, something aggressive, and Boomich AWP. It's going to find Spinx. Another for Boomich.
Beauty.
We know he's proficient on it. He can do the job.
There's no question about that. It's not like
Especially if he's not tested by another AWP.
he's supported by his team. It's not like he's going for one-man army AWP maneuvers.
Oh, look at this. Apeks just in spawn, looking at the fence. They put Apeks on, Ops team. Oh, well, look at him. Yeah, here we go. Leave it on this. Leave it on this. You don't move it. Just look at him the whole time. He'll keep going. This will say more than we possibly could.
excl finding a great opener. Now they're just forced into a tactical discussion mid-round.
Yeah, tactical discussion.
Yeah, that's what we're going to call it. That's what we're going to call it.
11-8. 2 more rounds for Cloud9 to pick up Overpass. You can see top left of the screen. Saw some people at home requesting if that could be available on the HUD. There it is for you. Cloud9's pick, Inferno. Vitality's choice, and well, Anubis is the third and deciding map if we need to get there.
It
gets exciting if we get to the third.
It does,
We've got
doesn't it?
some very stop and start maps in the first 2. Respect utility. Go for map control. Wait. Then we have Anubis.
Oh, that's a
And
different.
then we have Anubis.
That's a different ball game. Ooh, that could be fun. Of course, it would require Cloud9 to take theirs, Vitality to take theirs, and we're not there yet.
Well, if that's going to happen, how about we just go have a
Just skip
handshake?
it,
Just
yeah.
go outside and just go straight to Anubis.
Yeah, I'm down.
Let's do that. We'll just make up the scores. 13-11 on map 1 and 13-11 on map 2 to the respective...
Deal.
Yeah, and then...
Respectable.
Let's go to map 3.
Okay.
All right. Second tactical timeout from Vitality, and they are scrambling. This is what was discussed. 4 rounds happened in the first half, then 7 on the trot, but there's a reason nobody's getting out of their seats, going, oh, this is crazy. What a spree of rounds from Vitality.
Tosspot, is that you?
No, sorry, he's not in the building right now. But because you're expected on the CT side of Overpass, like, let's keep our realistic goggles on. Some people have them, some people don't. But in the realms of Counter-Strike, 8 or 9 rounds on the CT side of Overpass is what you're looking for. Well, they only managed 7. So 4 rounds immediately out the gates with the pistol, the conversion, the first gun for Cloud9, and then 1 just smattered like a cherry on top of that ice cream sundae. And Cloud9 are 3 rounds to the good. Looking very difficult to break. 2 saved AKs, upgraded with the Galils around, light on the util for the map control again. Another miss.
molly
They don't
again.
even need to land the mollies. Who cares? Just keep shooting them.
1-1-3. Boosting up the woo.
These B defenders are well aware, right? You've got some seasoned vets of B defense on the Cloud9 side of the server.
Yeah, they're safe in their setup right now. Now, this is where this excl boomage setup gets interesting. They've got everything covered.
But Alex, this is the problem I have when you don't have a full util round. You can't do full map control on Overpass on the T side without full util, because angles that you can't like swing or run boost an AWP into, you need to use flashes. Since, what, 1 minute and 10, they've had 1 flash, 2 smokes, and a HE.
And they've worked it out. It cost Flamesy all of his health. He's been tagged in the boots.
Guys, there's 38 seconds left.
Yeah, it seems like this 12th round for Cloud9 is on its way, unless ZywOo and Spinx can find a frag onto Electronic. It's Mezzy with 1. Make it 2. Hobbit takes down ZywOo.
Axel's going to be so late to this.
Perfecto on the pillar. Doesn't matter if Perfecto can do it all. And he has. Takes down both of them. Just Mezzy remains. Pushing in with 14 seconds left. He needs to get these frags now. He's already missed the AWP shot boomage and going to be fine. Perfecto will find the triple. And just 1 away from Cloud9 taking their map pick.
This Vitality team doesn't feel like they have a lot of teeth. Just 1 fang, 1 big one in ZywOo. And yeah, how's that even functioning? Sure, it's felt like a long time since we've really had anything exciting to say on this CT campaign. They've managed to pick up 3 out the gates with the pistol conversion. They lost 1 and then they've won 4 straight. It might be the 5th consecutive round to close out map number 1. What a flat T-hole from Vitality. I think Cloud9 might need to go review their mollies. That hasn't cost them. If anything, Vitality's come into the space to end the rounds a little bit quicker. At least they've got 've got flashes now, Alex.
Yeah.
1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1
Nice nade for you all at home. Axel chips away at Flames. Now he gets a flash for that angle. Bit more utility this time.
It's such a key. And even if you disrespect Boomich as an AWPer, it's still an AWP. It's something that you have to tussle with is they've applied pressure towards A, rerouting down connector. Looking likely to try and finish with a B split. Perfecto anti-flash. Electronic patrolling with the AK-47. That link man of Hobbit not too far behind. Oh, and the push of Axel.
Yeah, he's clearing quick. Just as they smoke off Monster as well. Here comes the utils. I was throwing it through. Hobbit poised and ready. Safe from the flashes. Gets his first. A multi-kill imminent. That's if his team don't do it first.
Pack her up, boys.
Pack her up. Cloud9 a map to the good in this best of 3 for a spot at the Major. One map away, and we're heading into Inferno next.
Pretty damn dominant show in Cloud9. You should be happy with that one. Oh, we got the panel ready to pick this one up. Over to Parler & Co.